Okay, for adding supplier, we click on buying, then we click on supplier, and we click new. In here, we will enter supplier name. Let's say we will enter supplier name over here. Then we have to pick the supplier type. If the supplier type already entered, we can pick it up, else we can just create a new supplier. So now let's say this is the fabric supplier, supplier or fabric only. Create a new supplier type. It will be created on turn. In created supplier type, I can define the credit limit. I can define the payment terms. This is, we will come to it later on. So I created the fabric supplier type. If I have the TRN number for supplier, I will enter it over here. Currency and price list, I want to deal with the supplier. Let's say this supplier, I deal with him only in US dollar. So I will write USD. And I can define a specific price list for my supplier. I can use either the standard buying. If I want to keep it by default, I don't need to enter it, or I can create a specific price list for the supplier. I can define the credit limits by defining the payment terms that we have with this supplier according to my pre-created payment terms. I can define if I want to monitor this supplier in a specific account in my account sheet, in my chart of accounts, I can define it over here. All of these fields, it may be not necessary when I create the supplier first time, but this is going to be the role of the accounts payable, to define all these information for the suppliers. So now we have created supplier. This is a supplier name. And once we create supplier, we can see the supplier master. We can see everything related to supplier, how much annual billing we have, how much total paid and how much unpaid. Request for quotation, how many requests for quotation. If I want to create a new request for quotation, I can click on this one, or supplier quotation, purchase order, purchase receipt, purchase invoice, everything related to the supplier. I can control it from here, as well as I can create the address for suppliers. I can click on new address. I can enter the supplier address. Let's say this is their headquarters, head office. And this address is billing, shipping, office, personal, whatever it is. Okay, this is billing address. The address line, okay, address line 1 and address line 2, city, I can define all of these country, county, state, or postal code. This is preferred billing address. Okay, if I have the email address, email at domain.com. If I have the email address for supplier, his phone number. If I want to add his phone number, 99971 4555 444, whatever. I can add the fax. I can add all the information. Once I'm done. Okay, now I have added the address to the supplier. I can see it over here. I can add another address. If I want to add a shipping address, that will come into my shipping. It will come into my delivery notes, or it will come into my receipts. If I have that, so this is the warehouse. And again, I can define all of that. Once I'm done, it's okay. I can save it. And over here, I can see this is the primary billing address. This is the shipping address. I can add contact for the supplier. In the supplier also, I can have the contact first name. This is contact first name. later on, if we want, we can create a user in our system for the supplier to come and check, let's say, the supplier quotation requested, or to check the purchase order issued, or anything else. We can enter it over here. We can definitely have the solution for this supplier with the gender. If I want to enter this information, it will help us with our marketing, with the phone number. And what's the mobile number if I have it, and done.